Hey there. Do you have a moment? There's been something on my mind recently. It's something that's been a focus of mine since my time in college. It feels like there's something just that's been missing, and I'm just not sure what. I've been thinking of going on this journey of some sort that can help discover what this thing or things may be. This something is a thing that brought people together, that mended relationships, that allowed just true, honest connections to exist within different communities. I want to just see what that thing is. I want to find it. I want to share it with others. From what I believe I and others have seen is that there's been a resurgence around the world for true, honest connections. I believe this resurgence came out of a change in social media habits, privacy, a pandemic, and even a realization and an awakening of how we build places and how we use those places. Now, side note, building better places does come into play, but these aren't the sole instigator for creating communities. We have communities of people all over the world looking for something deeper than themselves, deeper than their social media, deeper than their time they have with their family, deeper than their work or even how they get to work, which is usually done by car in North America. To preface that, I grew up in rural Ontario, Canada. I grew up in some villages, on some farms, and these were great experiences for people to grow up in. But I never got a taste of living in town or a city until I went to college. I actually got to go to 2 different cities on the other end of the country. Since that experience, I've asked, there's something that's missing. What is that? To start, I don't believe a city is that thing, or that thing alone, at least. I went back home for the summer. It was great. It was good to spend some time with family and friends, when I saw them at least. I was in this village, they're in the next town over. It was great, but we really didn't spend too much time together during the summer like we usually did. I wasn't going to school anymore, so maybe having a lot of friends isn't this thing. Maybe it's this atmosphere on campus, where it's natural to make connections, easy to commute to class or even work. But I don't think it's this thing still. Hold on for a moment. Now, over the COVID-19 pandemic, I thought a lot about this possible journey that I could go on. This journey that I was not even aware of yet. Myself and many others felt lonely and separated during this time. And for me, I filled my days with watching videos, playing games, and hanging out with my siblings when possible, and even visiting my girlfriend at the time and now wife. During that time, things started to come together. It started with YouTube algorithm bringing me down a rabbit hole of dormant passions I had, and some of these passions were architecture, culture, caring for the environment, and things that just facilitate true, honest connections. Eventually I came across many topics like urban planning, walkability, bikeability, the Netherlands. Got some Dutch heritage there, and even things like good public transit, plaza spaces, and much more. There's still so much for us to learn, even for myself. I recently finished an online course from the University of Amsterdam and EIT Urban Mobility on how we can reclaim our streets for urban spaces, or simply put, for people. Now, I'm not just coming from the approach for towns and cities. In addition to those, I want to look even at hamlets and villages, because people choose to live in these places too, and they have their reasons. It could be anything from family to housing market, rental market, just where they like to live, but they can still be disconnected if they don't own or have access to a car. That was me as a child. Yes, my childhood was good, but looking back, I didn't realize how I was disconnected in so many ways without fully realizing it. And it doesn't have to be that way. Continuing on, over time, I talked about these subjects with friends and family. Some got it, some did not, and some didn't really seem to care. And that's okay, we all have our different interests. Anyways, back to this thing. What is this thing? See, this is a journey for me, and I simply want to invite you along my blog and these videos to discover what this thing or things may be. And you see, I don't have the complete answer, and I have a feeling you don't either. But I think the answer may be related to what we'll discover together as vibrant, true communities. So come along,